Well, actually, he was unknown to me as well, and that's probably partly the reason why I decided that I wanted to make the film. He is actually one of the world's greatest costume designers, born in Kiama, New South Wales. His CV's incredible, you know, to think that he made Casablanca, the costumes of Casablanca, Irma la Douce, Busby Berkeley films, Maltese Falcon, Mame, and none of us have ever heard of him.
Angela Lansbury, a well-known actor in her own right, has this great quote in your documentary, Gillian. She says, "All leading ladies just want to look fabulous." And Ori Kelly certainly enabled them in that sense, didn't he?
Well, actually, the end of Angela's quote is, "But that wasn't me because I'm a character
That's
actress."
Right.
And actually, that was the very thing that Ori did. I mean, part of the other passion I had, I mean, yes, I wanted Australians to know about another great Australian talent who's actually known worldwide much more than here, but also I wanted people to understand a little bit behind costume design and the magic and what cleverness and one of the things that costume designers do, and really it's actually the most important thing I would say as a film director, is they help create character. It's not just about making people look pretty. And really that was what Angela's point was. It's such subtle things that make you believe in that character and go on the story.
He had some long-standing relationships with some well-known actresses, some tempestuous relationships with the likes of Betty Davis, who, as we know, was a big personality in her own right. Why do you think he was so successful, I suppose, in massaging the egos of those like Betty Davis, while, as you say, putting together those terrific costumes?
The thing about Ori that was fascinating was, I mean, actually how he survived as a leading designer for so long, because everything we found out about him was he had a big mouth. He called a spade a spade. I mean, he was an Aussie. I mean, and he drank. But actually, he was Betty Davis's muse. And to do this film, I have got to tell you, I've literally done my master's now in the history of Hollywood. And the thing that I realised about Betty, and now I'm her greatest fan, is she was smart. She went after projects and scripts that she knew had great roles.
Yep.
And she was also brave enough to not always want to look beautiful in those roles. And Ori was her right-hand person. I mean, she did say that when he finally left Warner Brothers, the studio that he was the head of from 1932 until the early 40s, when he finally left it, he was fired, she said it was like losing her right arm.
You tell us a fair bit as well about Ori Kelly's character and his private life, and in the documentary comes this very strong connection that Ori Kelly formed shortly after arriving in New York with this young chap by the name of Archie Leach.
Yes, well, if you go Googling Ori Kelly, that's one of the biggest things. There is a relationship that we went out to find out about the truth. There are a lot of secrets in Hollywood that have been hidden over the years. And we think that, I mean, the wonderful thing about making the film, I ended up finding 4 incredible 90-year-olds who knew or worked with Ori, who spoke to me on camera. And I think we have now found out the full story of Ori Kelly and Archie Leach. And I won't say who Archie is. 1/3 of your audience will know, and the other lot, it'll go zoom over their head. But when they come and see the film at the Sydney Film Festival this week, and it's on Thursday night and at the Orpheum on Saturday, and opens across Australia on July the 16th, and I'll be doing Q&As. I'm on a road trip with this film. There are a lot of wonderful secrets. It's a roller coaster ride. It's been a great journey finding out about this crazy talented Australian.
It is. It was fantastic to watch, and I can tell you now, Gillian, all our audience is now Googling the name Archie Leach and coming up with, as you say, the very clear results and chronicled quite well in your film. Listen, great to chat to you, and all the best with the world premiere tomorrow night.
Thank you. Thank you. On a ship.
Of all things, on a ship.
On a ship at Circular Quay.
Wow,
yes.
There's a first.
Yeah, we're screening, it is a first for the Sydney Festival. We're screening on the Sea Princess in the harbour. So with some of Australia's leading designers and artists will be there for the screening.